Hello, my fellow patriots. This is Alex with Disabled Vets Perspective. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm waiting just for a minute while Pete runs across the street to jump on here. And there's batteries addiction. All right, I'll pull. No, where did that come from? Just a second. Shh. Quiet. All right. And we're back. Where were we? All right. I'll pull up batteries addiction real quick while we're waiting on Pete. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Good to be on. Oops.
Well, good. This was a pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
So what you got going on?
Well, I didn't go to work today because I'm checking into the VA hospital tonight.
Oh, what you got going on?
Sleep study. Nothing big.
Oh, okay.
Not yet, anyway.
Yeah. We learn how to function without sleep when we're active duty, and then when we become civilians, we forget how to sleep.
Exactly. I can't sleep when there's light.
Yeah.
And I work swing shift, so.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm waiting right now for Pete to jump in here, and then we're going to get started on some news because we've got a new thing we're putting together here for conservative news. We're going to try to give the other side of the news instead of the one-sided news system plus the one story a month kind of thing. We're going to try to make it so that we go to the stories that aren't being talked about and try to get some of that out into the public ear and stuff. Doobie, welcome.
Did you
All
see
right, I got Pete jumping
Biden's
in
town
here.
hall yesterday? Hey, Pete.
I did not. I'm allergic. Well, hello.
Joe Biden.
Batteries addiction jumped in here for a second to wave his hand while we were getting queued up.
All right.
Joe Biden endorsed Trump in his town hall.
Okay, yeah, I did see that. I saw that in the little blurb they did to talk about it. But yeah, I think he's a very smart man.
That's the smart thing to do, yeah.
Well, Pete's got the earphones on. Brace yourselves. We can't talk about him anymore. He can hear us.
Oh, no.
Did you say something bad about me?
Well, maybe we can trigger him.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah. I know.
Right?
We can trigger him and he could throw his pink highlighter at us.
No, are you kidding me?
Well, yeah, that would be violent. That would really be rough.
That's right. All right.
All right. Well, Mr. Batteries Addiction, I'm going to have to drop you out. We're going to go ahead and kick this thing over and see what we can figure out. But hey, man, I thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you waving a hand. And we'll talk at you a little later.
All right.
Well, hello, Pete.
How are you?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right.
All right, everybody. Let me jump up here, and boy, there was a lot of people that jumped over here. I don't know where all these people came from. Good Lord. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, some guy was on before
you.
I
got 30 people in the chat. Yeah, I don't know, man. All the fake news going around, but
telling you,
at least right now we're here on the real news. So
that's right.
I just want to wave a big hand, just one big hand to everybody that has jumped over here from Pete's. We're going to be, this is the, basically the second of this type of show, but this is going to be the first of a continuing show. Pete and I have talked about it, and we're going to start doing the coast to coast news on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2:00 after he gets done with his banter and babbling and whining and complaining. I mean, I'm sorry, I should have stopped before I got that far.
No, you're right on.
So anyway, right after Pete's show. Oh, okay. Well, good. right after Pete's show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 2 o'clock right here. We're going to do coast to coast news. He's got California, I got Florida, and we're going to squeeze everything into the middle. Try to get you the stories that aren't making the news, because if you listen to the mainstream media, you're going to get one story for the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to try to make sure that you are exposed to the news that comes out in between that. So, new thing going, and welcome everybody. If you have not, I'm going to put my link over here for D Live. And I would like it if you guys would go ahead and follow me over there on D Live, because there's always the risk that we're going to lose our access on.
That's right.
On there too. So
that is
also,
absolutely right.
Pete, if you have a link for your D Live, you might want to drop that in there as well. That way, both of us can get the people over there.
I don't know how to do that stuff. Do we have any moderators in here?
Your URL at the top. Oh, I've got a few of them. I got, I think DM jumped over here. Let's see, Margot's here definitely. So that's okay. We're top notch. We're set up. We got everybody. Until the enemy within our government is identified and removed, the coup will continue. Who are they like Comey, who have a higher loyalty? Think Pope mainly, and others as well. Yep. Jim did a great mic review. Well, cool. Yeah, I got a I like my microphone, but if I want to get accessories for this microphone for the computer, they're like 500 times what they are normally for other regular microphones. So really stupid. Freebird, how you doing? All right, Pete. So tell me what you got going on before we get into the headlines. Not that you've spent an hour already on the computer yelling about everything, but really, what you got going on?
What do I got going on? Well, we got the Fact, Fiction, and Beyond show on Wednesday. So everybody make sure you run the moderators, if you can't, run the link for that on my channel, because this is when we're going to do the paperclip thing on Wednesday. That's going to expose a lot of stuff. It's going to expose a lot of stuff. We did it once before. We did it before a while ago when we first started, but we didn't get into it too much because of the ramifications. But it's going to be different this time. Besides that, I'm just going to be ranting and raving, brother. Just ranting and raving, exposing as much as I can, as fast as I can, about these mainstream media hacks that want to just take us down. That's all I'm doing. Yeah.
Well, it's I don't want to hurt any feelings. Just kidding, Alex. Don't want to hurt any feelings. Well, drop it like it's Scott. I'm very sensitive, so I'm going to look up here and see what you said, just because I'm afraid that you probably did do something that was going to hurt my feelings.
Yep.
I'm here for you, Pete and Alex. Well, that hurt my feelings. That was pretty direct and blunt, but thank you.
It happens.
All right, so all right, so let me open up a news story, and let's do this. This time we're going to do the free range chicken kind of thing like we did last time, but after this on Wednesday, our format is going to be, I'm going to come up, I'm going to give you a cover, I'm going to give you a story, and then I'm going to say, and now to the West Coast studio with Pete, and but maybe not quite as much drama. Yeah, so it'll be a back and forth. We're going to give you stories that we find. We're not going to collaborate with each other too much. Obviously, if we have the same story, we'll do that, but otherwise, we'll just give each other an idea of what we're going to do, and it'll be a back and forth, and we'll see what we kind of meet in the middle for news of the country. Yeah, so that is the plan.
Yep.
Wish you could replace Chris Matthews, Pete. Ooh, that would mean he'd be on a nasty station, but that would be cool.
I can't spit on myself that much. That guy.
I was going to say, you got to have some spit in the corner.
Your mouth's got to be real dry and have things going in it, and then you got to spit on your. I can't do that. I'm glad that guy's gone.
Yeah. All right, that's me too. Okay. Um, First thing I got here. These are the most and the least biased news outlets in the U.S. according to Americans. A Gallup poll, I guess, Knight Foundation surveying found that Americans that think of the news they consume is inaccurate and biased say it ain't so.
Really?
Americans believe that 62%, yeah, I know, right? Americans that believe that 62% of the news they consume on TV, in newspapers, and on radio is biased, according to the survey from Knight Foundation and Gallup. Do you believe this fake news, Pete? Really? I mean, come on. I think everybody believes the mainstream media.
Absolutely. Look at CNN. Their tagline is the most trusted name in news. How can you not believe them? How can you not believe that? And it's done by James Earl Jones. Darth Vader himself says the most trusted name in news.
Name in news.
Yes.
Those surveyed said they believe 44% of the news reported and 64% of the news on social media is inaccurate. And they're upset about it. More than 80% said they were angered at and or bothered by seeing biased information, and slightly more felt similarly about seeing inaccurate information. In evaluating news outlets, respondents closely associated bias with inaccuracy. In their view, outlets they feel are biased are also inaccurate. All right. Let's get the opinion part of the news, and we'll turn it over to Pete. All right. Excellent, Pete. Thanks. Well said.
People are starting, and I think it's going to be a very, very slow process, that they're starting to wake up to what's really happening here. They're starting to wake up to what's really happening. That the 8 people who own these news media outlets are controlling every aspect of their life. They're doing it right now. Toilet paper. The news media is telling you that.
God, don't forget the toilet paper.
Right. You got to get. They're showing the empty shelves, just like I posted a picture. The empty shelves. There's toilet paper. Don't worry about the thing that won't be named, but get toilet paper. And people are starting to wake up.
I got a box of Twinkies.
Yeah.
I got my box of Twinkies and 27 packs of toilet paper. I am ready for the end of the world.
Right. I mean, I did it a little bit different. I went and bought a case of water and some top ramen. But I'm good. I'm good.
Weird.
Yeah. I mean, I got toilet paper. I'm not worried about the toilet paper. No Twinkies. I don't. You know what? Ever since Hostess changed their company, I don't like the Twinkies anymore. But that's neither here nor there. But this is what it is.
Well,
it's they're controlling
in some countries.
It may be. But you know what? If they don't produce another Twinkie 20 years from now, I can just eat one that they made yesterday. So I'm not worried about it. Because there is no expiration date on the Twinkies. Yeah.
No, 400-year shelf life. I think that's pretty much what it is.
You got to
the next attack is on tampons. Yes, you want to definitely have those squared away.
Really? So what you have is, this is what you have. You have ships quarantined. You have Italy falling apart. You have who knows what the hell's going on in China, right? We don't hear that. We don't hear that anymore. All this stuff that's going on here now. You got the mainstream media worried about people running around buying enough toilet paper to where the shelves are empty. What does that tell you?
Yep. They're getting ready to deal with a lot of shit.
That's right.
I guess I should tell you now that this news report is actually going to have the S word dropped occasionally because. So don't let it scare you to death or anything.
Let's see. Yeah, and you know what? It's okay. It's okay because this is sometimes the way things are going to happen. you're gonna have to say stuff. So DM, we're gonna put a big old hundo for the thing, and we'll put another hundo just for the other curses that we're gonna do. So the curse jar is gonna be full. Wait, where'd I throw that? Because I gotta go buy toilet paper today. Oh crap! Oh well. All right. All right. I have a story I want to read.
If you're ever in my area, you can sit down with you and go over the history and watch it happen. Knew pretty well. Okay, that's umpire's supposed to put up a post there. All right, so I think we know that the news is biased, and the reason I opened up with that story is because I'm going to promise you that we're not going to be, because if there's something going on the Democrat Party, we're going to tell you about it. If there's something going on in the Republican Party, we're going to tell you about it.
Absolutely.
I am a constitutional patriot. I have no party loyalty. I am willing to give you the news on both sides, regardless. Some may sting, some may not, but it's going to be as straightforward and honest as we can possibly get away with. And if we should misrepresent a story, then the next show you see, we will retract and correct ourselves with a wholehearted apology.
Wait a minute, you talking about me?
Of course.
I'm not retracting nothing. I don't care if I'm wrong.
All right, then. All right, cool.
Here. So I want to do.
I take back the entire statement I just made. That is my first retraction.
Right. If we're going to be the real news and we're going to be like the real media, I'm not retracting anything, because for 3 years.
But you have to put it on page 11 of the newspaper at the bottom.
Look at, for 3 years, the news media, who we're supposed to trust to give us the information that we need in order to survive, told us that Russia was going to friggin' kill us. Okay, that was all a lie. I didn't hear one of them slime balls say anything. They didn't say a word. They didn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize." Did you see Cuomo over on MSNBC or Don Lemon or Chris Matthews spitting an apology to anybody? Absolutely not. So I'm not going to apologize for telling the truth on this channel. I don't care. I don't care.
Okay. All right. Do you feel better?
I feel better. I feel better. But I want to come at you with a story.
I'm glad.
Could I come at you with a story?
Oh, boy.
All right.
I'm braced and I'm ready. Hit me.
Rahm Emanuel.
Hello, everybody on D-Live. Thank you. Oh,
Hi.
Rahm.
Rahm Emanuel. Everybody knows this brain trust. If the thing that can't be mentioned, the sniffles, keeps Trump from holding rallies, that may psychologically torment him. Okay, Rahm Emanuel said that that if it comes to the point where the candidates cannot hold rallies, they would drive President Trump crazy. So all the crap that's going on, everything that's going on with this virus, people are doing all this stuff. This is what they want us to know. They want us to know that if Trump can't have a rally, he's going to go nuts. And then these are people who were government officials. Rahm Emanuel was in the Obama administration. He did what he did to Chicago. But this is what they come up with. Okay, he ripped the Trump administration response for bringing up the rally issue. If you're going to have a point within 2 months where you cannot have big events together, Trump is not going to be able to have his rallies, and it's going to be psychologically damaging. The office is isolating enough, meaning the presidency is isolating enough. And his instability to get the admiration and the adulation from the crowds is going to psychologically torment him. And his isolation is going to get more intense, and his tweets are going to get more vicious.
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
It sounds like this guy's about to jump up and down and have a temper tantrum and start crying is what it sounds like. The one that just wrote that story, Mr. Emanuel.
Yeah, that's about what it sounds like.
It's part of the reflection So, yeah,
All right.
it's ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
I want more white oppression. I'm not watching the news.
Who
Oh,
said that?
I want more white oppression. Not watching the news. Rooster.
Oh, don't worry
So,
about it. If you're
yeah,
white, you're oppressed enough. Yeah,
yeah. I mean,
they hate
we'd be
us.
glad to give you a little more oppression. I might have an extra can of it in my pantry, but
I got 2 of them over
it's
there.
up
I
to you.
just can't get them right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, you wouldn't want to leave the screen.
No.
All right, now let's talk about some money, because apparently you talked about some money, and
I
the
did.
Dow Jones is having a damn heyday. All I can say is buy the dips.
Yeah.
People they're panicking right now because the markets are on a roller coaster ride, and right now they've just finished their climb with the tick 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 tick. Now they're at the top of the hill, and now they're on their way back down the other side. But the point is that on a roller coaster, the ride restarts about every 2 minutes. So people don't panic about the damn stock market. It'll be back. It was way overinflated. It was artificially propped up. It needed to reset. It's gonna reset. Just
Right.
relax and buy the dips.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're making people panic about it. Everybody's panicking about it. I just checked my thing here, right? The one stock that I always hold is actually up today. Why
Is that toilet paper?
It's in a toilet paper company, but that's not the issue. The issue is that
Okay.
it's all going to come back around. But what they're doing is a concerted effort to panic the American people. The stock market's crashing. We're going to die from this virus. There's ships that we're going to have to sink because there's too many old people contracting the virus and whatever. So it makes everybody nervous.
Well, either that or knock over the hotels.
Yeah.
There's that option too.
Well, there's always that option, but everybody just relax. Just calm down. That's all I got.
Not sure. Empire's Post. Jeremiah. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing who he's talking to. I'm not seeing Jeremiah myself. But
Jeremiah
about
Valancourt. Yeah. DM the mod said she's
okay.
calm. That's all I need to know. That makes me happy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the some of the paperclip that we're going to do on Wednesday, we're going to get into a little bit of the Vatican. So you might be shocked to hear some of what we're going to say about that.
We're going to get to a lot of into the Vatican.
Yeah. So anything else you want to add about the stock market, or are we done panicking everybody on the stock market?
No, I think what it is like when I talked about in my show that it is more to do with the Russians and the Chinese trying to manipulate the oil market along with the Saudi Arabians. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. It's not has to do anything with the virus that cannot be named. We'll take it from there.
Right. The sniffles.
Wolf Stonehenge says Pope on a rope.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot going on in the Vatican. They are not the anyway, I'll leave that. So yeah. All right. So we're done with the stock market. Let's get over here and look at some headlines that aren't pertaining to the stock market. Town Hall. So obviously a slanted newspaper, but we're going to see what the hell it has to say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Trump reveals what's causing the stock market to crash. Prices going down. Okay. I'm glad I was able to figure that out.
Thank you, everybody.
I see this one. Yeah. All right. Have a good day. Thank you. All right. I want to talk about this. Since we're in the subject, since this is our first real episode of this, I'm going to talk about something in the news. Not our news, but the news. Donna Brazile doubles down on telling RNC chair to go to hell. All right. we have gotten to the point now where if truth is spoken on any platform, the left, they
Goes nuts.
become vitriolic. Yeah, I mean, you're getting names thrown at you. You're getting told to go places. You're getting. I mean, when are they going to start throwing things across the counter at each other? For the drama and to make it look like the left is more powerful than the right because they can beat them down physically and they're on TV and stuff like this. Where do we go from here?
Honestly, it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. They have to do what
preacher.
They have to do what they have to do in order to get this whole party started again. And they don't care. Right. That's obvious. It's obvious that they don't care what they have to do. So somebody like Donna Brazile coming out against the RNC, that's Ronna McDaniels, and yelling at her about stuff. That's just par for the course. We all know who Donna Brazile is. She's the one who helped Hillary Clinton cheat. Yeah. Right? She helped Hillary Clinton cheat by giving her debate questions. These are not honest people that we're dealing with. The RNC is making money.
And she got hired by Fox News.
That was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. The RNC is making money hand over fist. Trump is in Florida doing a fundraiser now. He'll make more money today for his campaign than the DNC will in the next quarter. Today. They have to do whatever they have to do. They have to verbally attack people because that's all they have. This is all they have.
Yeah, Erickson Alt said they don't understand that we are nice until we're not. And that's as true as it gets.
That's right.
We are being as patient as we can. You don't. Somebody said Nancy Pelosi over here. Well, Jeremiah said it. Come on. Yeah, there it is. I'm glad you have that because we'd be devastated without it with somebody throwing her name around in here like that. Good Lord.
Whose name? Did somebody
say? Sorry. Were you asking me?
Yeah. Whose name was that?
Oh, I was talking about Nancy Pelosi.
That name, it gives me heartburn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Telling you.
All right. So anyway, Donna Brazile being hired by Fox, apparently, that was done. We all know that.
Yeah.
The other one was Paul Ryan. Was he the old Speaker of the House? The moron?
Paul Ryan? Yeah.
Who was the old Speaker of the House?
Paul Ryan.
He got hired and picked up by Fox News. So they are moving as rapidly as possible to the left so that they can keep up with their cohorts on the other channels. And there's only a couple left on Fox News, but they toe the line. So, which means that at some point they'll either be fired or they'll be switched.
Who?
Well, I like to say that not Hannity. I mean Hannity. He's pretty close to taking care of what their needs are. But who the hell am I thinking of? The one that's
you got
Hannity and
you got Tucker Carlson.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson is nothing but a teleprompter reader. That's all he is a teleprompter.
He is. But sometimes he throws his own thing in there, and then he gets let on a vacation for a little while.
Right.
But the point is that they're just another left-leaning organization.
Yes, there are a left-wing organization. And there are not, I can't think of one mainstream media cable network that I can recommend to somebody and say, yeah, go ahead and watch this because they're pretty honest. I can't. Unless you can actually read between the lines, unless you could read between the lines and pull this stuff apart and see what they're really saying, you can't take anything they say at face value. Nothing. At all.
Hey, Tony. Yeah. All right.
Obama.
So we have it well understood that the mainstream media is not going to give you the straight up and up, but that's why I'm hoping that we can make that happen and you know be able to get the real news to you as it happens. Um, this is I pulled up something here. Um, Mitch McConnell rejects Nancy Pelosi's request to release the impeachment documents. I'm guessing. I'm trying to get it open, but I got to wait on the computer.
Mm-hmm. Did you say Nancy Pelosi again?
Yeah. Mitch McConnell rejects her demand to release Senate impeachment trial plan. So, no. All right. So, what I'm looking for is something juicy. Um, let's see. Let's see. Christopher Steele defends dossier, criticizes Trump, but that's probably a week ago. So we're looking at if you want news of the day, you got to dig deeper.
Yes.
Oh, anyway, so let me see here what we got. Oh, another one about news. Trump. Fake news media, Democrats working to inflame the virus that shall be not be named. Sniffles. President Trump, in an early morning tweet on Monday, accused the quiet. I can read this myself. Accused the fake news media and the Democrats of trying to inflame the sniffles outbreak as the virus spreads globally and across the U.S. The fake news media and their partners, the Democrat Party, is doing everything within its semi-considerable power. It's used to be greater to inflame the virus situation far beyond what the facts would warrant, Trump tweeted. Surgeon General, the risk is low to the average American, and that was what Trump added. Read Tony. Where's Tony? I got my spotter over here. Oh, yeah, you want to give one of those to Tony there because he says he loves Nancy. She's so intelligent. Yeah, he gets one. That was directly for you, Tony. All right. Anyway, so where was I before I was so rudely interrupted?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Anyway, let's take a second and let's talk about what shall not be named, but what we can talk about in code. And I pulled up some numbers from my state, and I was hoping that you might have done the same. Did you, by chance?
Absolutely.
Well, let's hear some of those numbers, if you don't mind, please, sir.
Okay, well, this is from yesterday when Governor Dipcrap did a press conference, because that's all this guy does is press conferences. He doesn't do anything else, but he does press conferences really well. As of yesterday, there are 6. Now, this is from what they're telling us. There are 6 deaths in California from the virus that shall not be named, and 114 infected. This is as of March 8th. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the list of counties in California that are confirmed cases. Confirmed. Okay, Contra Costa County.
Okay.
All right, they have 1 person. I'm not going to name how many people they have, but there's 114 total. So, what is it? Contra Costa County, Fresno County, Los Angeles County, Placer County, Riverside County, San Diego County, San Francisco County, Solano County, San Mateo, Santa Clara, Santa Cruz, Sonoma, Ventura, and Yolo counties all have confirmed cases of the virus that shall not be named. There is about, what they say, 560 people total in the United States that have this thing, and 114 of them are just in California alone, from what they're telling us. Now, I happen to believe that we're talking Los Angeles County has 9 million people. Okay, just that county alone. So,
Right.
let me see exactly what they say. The number 14 confirmed cases in Los Angeles County. So,
And how many people do we have there?
just in this county alone is about 9 million. So, yeah, to me, the numbers are not adding up correctly, unless they're suppressing them for a monetary reason. That's the only thing that I can think of.
Well, that's more than obvious, because it's not about the people anyway. Even if it was as big a disaster as it is, it would still be about the economy more than the people.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of them things. But I've got the well, I had the Florida map pulled up. Okay, maybe it came back. So in my county, we've actually had one case, and the feller died, didn't make it. So there are 2 cases, one in my county, which is Santa Rosa County, and one in Okaloosa County, which are both side by side up in the Panhandle. Looks like we've got one in Daytona Beach, one in Tampa, 2 potentially in Sarasota, 2 in Fort Myers, and 1 in Fort Lauderdale. So I'm going to say that the numbers are not as high as they want them to be. Residents in Florida, 12. Florida cases, repatriated 5. So 7 are still being treated. 5 have been released. 1 has been deceased. He was a 70-year-old man that was not in good health to begin with, and that is the primary risk with this thing. It's going to be a case of the sniffles, and the fear at this point shouldn't be about the disease based on the repatriation rate. They're doing pretty well. The fear should be about the panic that can be created by misinformation and by media hoping for a complete failure of this country so that they can blame it on Trump. So it's the panic that could be more deadly than the problem, especially when people run out of toilet paper. That's going to create a panic. So, we need to be careful with it. Like I've said from the very beginning, if you have underlying conditions, you need to treat this thing with some arm's length respect. But if you're a healthy person, you might get a little annoyed by it, but you're probably going to be okay. Just looking at the overall numbers, it is spreading fast. A lot of people are getting infected, but we're doing okay so far. Chicken of the cave, is that? Oh yeah, that's rockbat. Rockbird, excuse me. That's what I read. The doctor and a nurse who treated the patient here in Sarasota are in quarantine. Okay. Yeah, so they're monitoring. They're doing what we have to.
Yeah, breaking news right now.
What?
Grand Princess docks in Oakland. As 3-day process to extract passengers begin after 21 people, including 19 crew, became infected with the virus that shall not be named, as those on board complain it's an absolute circus. Fences are being installed at the 11-acre site at the Port of Oakland as authorities ready flights and buses to whisk 2,421 passengers aboard the Grand Princess to military bases or their home countries. Okay, the ship will then leave with the 1,094 crew, who are mostly foreign nationals, quarantined aboard. Test results show that 19 crew members and 2 passengers have been infected with the deadly virus. It is expected that the process will take 3 days, but California Governor Gavin Newsom warned it could be longer. Of course it could be longer because that guy's a moron. You only had 5 days to prepare for this. The State Department issued an advisory against travel on cruise ships, noting the increased risk of infection. Governor Newsom and the mayor of Oakland sought to reassure the public that none of the Grand Princess passengers would be exposed to the U.S. public before completing the quarantine. The Port of Oakland was chosen for docking because it is to the proximity to the airport and military bases. So they finally docked and they're starting to disembark the passengers. I guess that's a good thing. But the lady who said that it was a circus just goes to show you how disorganized people are and how less of the truth is coming out than we should really need to know about the virus that shall not be named. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it's all is they're going to try to keep it suppressed until they can't. But, all we can do is just try to keep an eye on it and take the precautions that we feel necessary for our own comfort. All right, so what Rooster post that dock every day, pass that dock every day on BART. No cruise ships ever dock in Oakland. Yeah, I know. That's boy. I was stationed over in Oakland at the docks during the Gulf War. Whew, that's a rough place, but that's my opinion. Anyway, so it looks like Cory Bathroom Booker and Camilla on her knees Harris have both endorsed Biden. So we should be proud of that, knowing that all the peas are in that one pod, and stupid is as stupid does, and all that. So we've got that to be thankful for. They're really trying to push him into the presidency, into the slot, because they know that with his dementia and Alzheimer's, he's going to be so easy to control. They can just prop him up in a corner, take a few pictures once in a while, and handle business in the background while he's being distracted. So that's their best opportunity.
There's going to be no distraction. It's going to be a repeat of the Bush Jr. administration. Biden's going to be put out there on a leash, and he'll wave, while everybody else will run the government into the ground. That's the only reason why they can't do that with a Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders wants to upend the government worse than Trump. But with Biden, all you have to do is hold the strings, and his hand will go up, and he'll wave. And they can sell the rest of the United States like they planned on doing before Trump was in office. This is all planned, Alex. This is the plan.
Right. Yeah, it's the interesting thing is the plan continues. The quest continues, even though we've got a for the people president in office. They're just totally blowing them off and carrying on with their activity. Is that I see you on D-Live with a delayed wave. But,
not for nothing.
Anyway, so
Cory Booker.
Yeah, Booker endorsement is worthless.
Yeah, Cory Booker and Kamala Harris are going to have enough things to worry about where they should keep themselves out of the news with Jesse Smollett, because they just denied dropping the charges for him, that they charged him 6 more things. Those two were heavily involved in what went on with him. Heavily. And they're going to have once Jesse Smollett
coincides with their bill.
That's right. Once Jesse Smollett decides to say, well, you can do this. We can put you in prison for 6 years, or you can tell us why you did it. What do you think the option is he's going to take? He's either going to Epstein or Weinstein, or
that's what I was going to say.
or he's going to talk. Because Pretty Boy's not going to go to jail for 6 years. I'm sorry. So go ahead.
He might meet the right girl in there, and everything will change for him.
Yeah,
But
I don't think so.
yeah, his event was perfectly timed to coincide with the anti-lynching bill that Booker and Harris decided to put forward, because they wanted to have the event so that they could use that as the excuse to push their bill through. And I think that the underlying fear that they have is that there's a damn good reason that there is lynching still legal in this country. And it has nothing to do with slavery, because we're way beyond all of that, even though the left wants to keep saying we're not. It is for a very different reason, and it goes to the crimes against humanity and country. So
it's not really lynching. They don't call it lynching. It's execution by hanging. And
Weinstein is not dead, as much as he was. He was just saying that.
Oh, not yet.
No, he's still alive. Yeah, he hasn't been gotten to yet, but I'm sure the time is coming. That's why he already wrote him off.
Yeah.
Battery addiction. Hey, man, it was cool. I don't mind people coming up and jumping in and saying hi a minute. It's perfectly okay. It was nice to get to put a face to the name too. So no sweat. As a matter of fact, the last 15 minutes of this show, I want to offer the people who want to come in and give a piece or use a piece or say a piece. I want them to be able to do that. That'll be something that we're going to do also. Huh? Oh, Linda Horner. Okay, cool.
Hey, Linda.
Anyway, so I've got the phone number posted, and going to be able to have that option if you want to call, if you want to come up. This will be the fun part of our show, the last 15 minutes of the show. If you've got to come in and grab a gripe or want to say something about any particular news coming in, this is your time. And then we'll just sit in total silence and wait.
Cool. Hey, James Boyd, how you doing?
All right. So what else do you have going on, Pete? What else did you see that might need to be brought to the forefront?
That's all. Everything that I covered in my show today was the main news that I wanted to talk about. I haven't really done anything for this going on now 2 hours, so I don't know what else has come up. Except for what that breaking news story about the ship that docked. But I'd like to throw a promotion out if you don't mind.
Oh, please promote away.
On my Tuesday night show, I'll be having Let's Be Frank. That's at 5:00 Pacific time, and I'd like for everybody to be there. Should be a fun show. We're going to talk about this kind of stuff and see what's going on with his channel. But that's what I would like to say until we have somebody call in, and then of course our show on Wednesday.
Awesome. It's going to be a busy week.
It's going to be a busy week.
It's like me doing this thing now. I'm going to be doing it 3 times a week, and then my show Sundays, and sometimes my stuff on Tuesday nights. I figure this might as well be my job, so I'm willing to do it, and whatever it takes.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so I don't know if the phone is working or not, or if nobody's trying it right this second, but just seeing what is happening. You guys are killing us mods. Yeah, but it's death in the most loving way, DM. It's like the Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
We figure if we torment you long enough, then you'll grow to love us, and then you'll never want to leave.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that about right?
Yeah, or we can just stop what we're doing and we can all go watch CNN. because they are the most trusted name in news.
Absolutely.
Not in my lifetime.
Let's see. I'm just going over here to see if there's any breaking news, but nothing new. I'm guessing that nobody is going to call
Somebody
in or
has to
come
call.
in. So pretty much somebody, yeah.
Yep, somebody needs to call. I know out of the 40 people that are here, somebody has an opinion that they want to talk about.
Right. And I think you were wrong, but you were close. Dow Jones plunges 2,100 points. Oil crashes as price war erupts and the sniffles spreads.
2,100. 2,100.
Government must keep a cool head and let the markets do their work.
Yes.
Uh,
Absolutely.
Yeah. As will prevail by the dips.
Or sell the
But I guess
highs.
that's the break down. Right.
Yeah,
Buy low, sell high.
that's right. Got to buy low, sell high.
All right. Well, you know what, Pete? I think
It just seems like
we stumbled our way.
every
enough.
biopharmaceutical stock that I own is making money for some reason. I don't know why. Isn't that
I
amazing?
can't imagine.
Yeah, I can't
weird,
imagine that.
right?
Yeah, so here's a
All right,
financial.
well, we're going to come back here. Go ahead.
ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
If you want to finish.
Yeah,
up,
I was going to say here's
You
a
know?
financial tip. Find out who is manufacturing the cure for the virus that cannot be named, and invest in that company, and then you'll watch your stocks
You're a
grow.
very rich person.
All right, go ahead, Alex.
All right. I just wanted to say that we've kind of stumbled our way through this one to introduce what we're going to do. And Wednesday, when we come up, we'll have some good stories coming up. We'll have some good news. Maybe not good news, but at least news. But we'll have our new format figured out, and it should be entertaining and educational at the same time. So we will go ahead and let this one drop out, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday at 2:00. It's 3:00 in the afternoon, East Coast time, 12 Pacific. So anyway, with that being said, Tony, you want to Tony? Yeah, quit being Tony. Pete, you want to say anything on the way out?
I just want to thank everybody for coming over. I appreciate it, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
We will indeed.
Yep.
All right, to the mods. Thank you, everybody. You guys rocked the joint. To everybody who hung out with us, babbling for almost an hour. Thank you. Yes, it was that funny.
It was that funny.
All right. With that being said, y'all stay in the fight.